Don't be afraid to be excited. Enthusiasm is missing in the workplace in America. Bring copies of your resume. Bring 3 or 4 copies. Even if you email a copy to the recruiter or the hiring manager, you think, oh, they're going to have my resume. I know, because I sent it to them. They won't. The person will have lost it, or they may have emailed it out to all the managers, and they just never printed it out. They may not have read it. So we're talking about how the interviewers tick. They may not have the time to actually read the resume that they just got. So you want to have a copy for them right in their face. Make sure it's proofed. Make sure it's, we could talk a lot about resumes. There is one purpose to a resume, one purpose only. That is to get you the interview. Just to get you the interview. So when you're looking at your resume, you go, well, is this going to have someone go, yeah, come in? That's all. It's not going to get you the job. It's just going to get you the interview. The purpose of the interview is to get you the job. Now, you don't want to embellish. You never want to lie. But you want to give them the straight picture. What is it they're looking for? Does your skills map to what they're looking for? And you want to clarify that. That's your job. That's not their job. That's your job. Again, you want to create a list of questions before the interview and then kind of weed them out. Feel which ones are going to be good. On that notepad, you want to have 5 or 6 of them handy. Because if someone says to me, do you have any questions? And I'm nervous, or I'm thinking about, I'm hungry, or how do I look, or am I going to get the job? I'm not thinking about what questions I have, but if I've got them on a notepad, I just look down and I go, oh, yes, I've got 1 of 6 I can ask you, and just ask a question. Something I really want you guys to get. When someone asks you a question in an interview space, it is very automatic for you to want to answer the question. It is very automatic. And you will make up any answer sometimes. Your brain will go on automatic and say anything just to answer and respond to that question. What I'm asking you to do is to stop, listen, hear the question, think about it, and then respond. What's going to have you be confident? Anybody here into sports? Athletes? Any athletes? I know you're a runner. I'm picking on you. Tyrone's a runner, right? Okay. And how far do you run? 6 miles a day. Okay. Now, he has a project where he helps people who are blind run long distance, which is really cool, right? So you got to practice for that, right? And you run every single day. One of us can just say, oh, I'm going to do that. I'll go help this guy run the marathon. You got to practice. You got to practice. And he practices every day. Every day he practices. And how often do you help someone run a race? 3 or 4 times a year, and he practices every single day. So for something he does 3 or 4 times a year, he practices every single day. Okay, what do they want from you? So I'm going to go a little bit more about how they tick. You asked me what an interview thinks. So when I have someone come in for an interview, what I want is to hire them. I want to hire them. I want to hire them so badly that I'll spend an hour of my time to figure it out. The reason I want to hire them so badly is because I'm looking for someone. I've got a need. I don't want to interview more people. It's a pain. Martin, you interview people, right? How many times do you have to interview someone to find the person you're going to hire? 25. 25! Do you like that? No. Have empathy for him. Have empathy for the person who's interviewing you, because they really don't want to be doing this another 24 times. They want you to be the one. Be related meaning, have a conversation that means something to them. Ask good questions. Connect with them. A lot of us all of us have some form of walls up, okay? And it's hard when you're in this interview process, when you're nervous and you don't really want to be there, to keep your walls down. But practice. The more you have the walls down, the more relaxed you're going to be, the more yourself you're going to be, the better picture they're going to have of, well, do we really want this person to be here?